They go away.
Yeah, nobody.
Oh, that's great. Does it work? Does it work?
Todos estaban pensando en su país, o sea, la solución de su país.
No debería ser la cerrada.
Porque la media no la.
It's okay.
I have to ask you something.
Nadia, quítate.
Joder, me está diciendo algo de más. Eso que me dio por la risa. Digo, son solo país. Dejarnos fue mucha energía. Su vos se veo. Si quieres tratar esa ay, ahí no me dije los árboles, los transportación y todo.
How do you say good morning? Good morning. Ohio.
Ohio.
There's like South Korea has how to say hi. It's like they made like bike where you can use your bike. Oh yeah. But they have a group that's used with Seoul Power. And that's like super good. So there's another thing. Energy efficiency. You remember what I said about the Setsu? Which is yeah. It's a thing that they did. Like they turned out some of the lights, or like they didn't use like big screens, and that saved a lot of energy. Use that as evidence. Here.
We need to be calculating.
That's okay. I'm going to my day. I'm going to move my day. That's all right. ¿Qué quieres estar mejor con eso o con María?
No way, Jennifer es mirada y también.
Can you guys help me put the new one up? Todos los que les gusta hablar ya pasaron. Ah, ya no quiero ver ya. Yeah, so you're gonna go in the inside circle next time. So get ready. What bus is coming up?
I'm still here, right?
The intercept is in the other side now?
Yeah. Okay, so who does Japan?
No.
¿Qué?
Come on. No.
Ay, Daniel, mierda,
Hey,
You did great.
yeah. Oh, mamá, lo Đi ba thôi à.
Elias and I, or you guys have to
Next to me. Okay. What's that? Can you close the door? Thank you. ¡Vamos, Matute!
Daniel.
I hate you. You told me not to attack you, but I didn't, bro. That's control you, dumb shit.
Hurry up! You are again?
Elias is not here.
You will.
You're mining? You're
Si quieres, aquí vete a la verga, no queremos a los pitos. Sí, vete a la verga.
You, I gave you the schedule before.
Solar energy,
It's okay.
hands up. Diego, yeah, hands up. Are other 9 to 10 gonna come?
Yeah. So everyone outside, so everyone looking at you have your green paper? You have the green paper? Okay, so you need to get it up. So remember, if you are using your phone, I will take the phone. Okay, you can put it away now, because you see the time. What's up? Yeah. Let's go, guys. You can do it, guys. Come on, Goofy. Bravo. So remember, you have to be an example. You have to be an example to the 9th and 10th graders. So we have to keep it professional. Remember, keep it professional. Come on, Nelson. The outside circle also needs to keep it professional. So yeah, you take out the. You'll lose points on your grade. If you are using your phone, you are losing points on your grade. I'm taking points off. I see people on their phone. I agree.
When I present,
Come on.
It would be better if you come. You can make your grade go up.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, come in. Hi. Good, you can come over here. Welcome. You can sit down over here. Hi, welcome. You can sit down over here. And then some chairs over here, and some here. Welcome. Hello. You can sit down over here. You can sit down over here. We have some chairs over here. Hi, Cindy. We can go over here. We have some over here. Hi, welcome. Yeah, welcome.
Oh, nice. Cindy. ¿Siento qué?
Come
on.
So you take off. So Hilda, we gotta take out the music, right?
Aquí, mira. Hola, Gonzalito. ¿Cómo están? Súper bien, emocionadas por verte.
No, yo ya presenté a
¿Y entonces qué van a presentar ahorita?
los que están en el círculo.
¿Solo ellos?
Ajá, los otros vamos a estar afuera. Ahorita acabo de presentar.
¿Qué va a haber, Gonzalo? ¿Qué van a dar? Solo.
del calentamiento global. ¿Qué vamos a dar?
¿Sí van a dar algo?
Where's my car? It's okay. It's okay.
Because it's another race. Yeah, if she doesn't say the solution about transportation, it's good. Okay?
Thank you. All right.
What are you doing, Richard? Come on, no kidding. No hay dónde sentarme. No hay... Ah, no,
Okay. If I can get your attention, Welcome. So, welcome to the Global Energy Summit for the 11th grade. We have been practicing for like 1 month in chemistry class and English class, learning about a very serious problem for our generation, for your generation. The young people in this world need to think about this problem for the future. So, we're going to watch a short video to explain. Let's look up here. We're going to watch a short video to explain the problem. What is the problem of global warming or climate change? When you watch the video, it's the same words on your paper. On this side of the paper, it's the same words. In the video and on the paper, it's the same words. So you can read the paper, or you can just look and watch the video. After the video, we have 5 questions to answer at the bottom. 5 questions. All the answers are in the video. The 11th graders will help you to answer the questions. We just need to learn a little bit about climate change and global warming before we start to hear about the solutions. So they have been working on solutions to this problem. First, we need to learn about the problem. So let's just look for a minute at some of the words that are important here. So the first word that is important. You can look on your paper together with me. I have it in Spanish and I have space for other language here too. So global warming is like the planet getting hotter, getting more and more hot. Greenhouse is a thing like a glass house for growing plants, and it's warmed by the sun. Consume means like to eat or to use, right? So we consume energy, and we're going to talk about that a lot today. The climate is the environment, especially the temperature. Industry is like factories, businesses that make things. Developing is an important word today. Developing, growing, getting stronger, but not yet strong or big. Just getting more and more. Fossil fuel is a very important word today. Oil, coal, gas, we burn this for energy. And when we burn it, it makes carbon dioxide. So we will learn more in the video about CO2 or carbon dioxide. This is something that happens when you burn oil or coal or gas. Flood is going to be an important word in this video. Lots of water destroying things. Flood. Hurricane is another one that's important to know about. It's a powerful storm that destroys things with wind and water. 3 more words. Drought. Drought is very important. In California, we have drought right now. It means no rain for a long time. Not enough rain. Extinction is very important in this video. Like one kind of plant or animal dies, disappeared forever from Earth. And the last word is emission. Emission is like a thing that is sent out or released, usually a gas. So we're going to learn more about this in the video. If we can turn off the lights over by the phone there, like above you there's the lights. We're going to watch this video. Okay, here we go. So remember, when we watch the video, it's the same words on your paper and on the video.
For 2.5 million years, the Earth's climate...
So remember, if you look on the paper, it's the same. For 2.5 million years, the Earth's climate. So you can read the paper or you can listen. Here we go.
has fluctuated, cycling from ice ages to warmer periods. But in the last century, the planet's temperature has risen unusually fast, about 1.2 to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists believe it's human activity that's driving the temperatures up, a process known as global warming. Ever since the Industrial Revolution began, factories, power plants, and eventually cars have burned fossil fuels such as oil and coal, releasing huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat near the Earth through a naturally occurring process called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect begins with the sun and the energy it radiates to the Earth. The Earth and the atmosphere absorb some of this energy, while the rest is radiated back into space. Naturally occurring gases in the atmosphere trap some of this energy and reflect it back, warming the Earth. Scientists now believe that the greenhouse effect is being intensified by the extra greenhouse gases that humans have released. Evidence for global warming includes a recent string of very warm years. Scientists report that 1998 was the warmest year in measured history, with 2005 coming in second. Meanwhile, readings taken from ice cores show that the greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and methane have hit their highest levels in the past 420,000 years. Arctic sea ice is also shrinking. According to NASA studies, the extent of Arctic sea ice has declined about 10% in the last 30 years. As long as industrialized nations consume energy and developing countries increase their fossil fuel consumption, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will continue to rise. Researchers predict that temperatures will increase about 2 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by the end of the century. What's less certain is what rising temperatures mean for the planet. Some climate models predict subtle changes. Others forecast rising sea levels which could flood coastal areas around the world. Weather patterns could change, making hurricanes more frequent. Severe droughts could become more common in warm areas, and species unable to adapt to the changing conditions would face extinction. Although much remains to be learned about global warming, many organizations advocate cutting greenhouse gas emissions to reduce the impact of global warming. Consumers can help by saving energy around the house, switching to compact fluorescent light bulbs, and driving fewer miles in the car each week. These simple changes may help keep the Earth cooler in the future.
Okay, thank you. Can you turn on the lights, please? So, we have 5 questions. 5 questions at the bottom of here. All of the answers are in the text. In the movie, all of the answers are here. But you might want some help. So I think the 11th graders in my class, can you please turn around and help to answer the questions? So we have 5 questions. We'll have 5 minutes to answer the questions. 5 minutes to answer the questions at the bottom of the page. All the answers are here. Okay. Oh, you don't have it? Yes.
No, Mario. Ayúdenme. ¿Cuál es la respuesta de la primera?
¿Qué son 3 cosas malas que podrían pasar por causa del calentamiento global? ¿Qué crees que podría pasar?
Sería los ciudadanos.
hielo se derrite. ¿Qué pasa si el hielo se derrite? ¿Ah? Sí, los dos, bueno, una cosa, ahora dos. ¿Qué pasa si el hielo se derrite?
Hay mucho agua.
Mucha agua. ¿Y qué pasa cuando hay mucha agua?
Sí.
¿Si no, en qué lugar?
Un lugar donde está
En la parte del mar, ¿no? ¿Qué ciudad está en la parte del mar en la que estamos ahorita? San Francisco. Esa es una ciudad que se inundaría y dejaría de existir debido al calentamiento. Esas son cosas malas.
Mister, put my name on.
¿Cuáles son dos cosas que para prevenir que pase el calentamiento?
En lugar de dejar las luces encendidas, pueden apagarlas o usar menos energía en la casa. Using less. ¿Saben qué es una greenhouse? Un invernadero. ¿Qué es un invernadero? Es una casa de vidrio. Y la onda de las casas de vidrio son que los invernaderos es que cuando entra el sol no sale, lo cual lo hace bueno para cultivar plantas porque mantiene una sola temperatura. Entonces, cuando el sol radia energía hacia la tierra y rebota, las nubes que están alrededor, todos sus gases, no deja que se salgan, lo cual hace que se regresen al planeta y se calienten. Calientan el planeta. ¿Por qué calienta el planeta?
Las 4 es ¿cuándo empezó el calentamiento global y por qué?
No debería ser, ¿no? Hace mucho tiempo. Porque... bueno, podrías decir desde el 1900, por esos años empezó. Porque la gente empezó a crear fábricas y usaba mucho carbón. El carbón crea dióxido de carbono que hace que se caliente el planeta. Por eso empezó. Factory.
¿Crees que es importante esto de la no desaparezca?
¿Por qué crees que es importante que el hielo no se derrita?
Para que no haya
Okay, so that there are no floods.
Okay, 5 minutes is up. 5 minutes is up. It's okay if you're not finished with the paper, but come back to your table, please. Come back to the table. Okay, Tanya, can you come back to the Okay. So we will have. Okay. We will have. Daniel, are you losing points when you're on the phone?
Porque
Wait,
calienta el planeta.
Okay, so we will now talk about some solutions. Okay, can you guys go outside, please? Can you take them outside? Okay, so we learned about some of the problems. We learned about some of the problems with global warming. Now we need to talk about some solutions. So these people have been studying for 1 month in chemistry class and English class about their country. So we're going to hear their name. They're going to introduce themselves. They're going to say their name and what country they are representing. So they are an expert in one country, and they're going to tell you about the country plan. If they're ready to come in, we can come in. You can find a seat. There's some chairs over here. Come on over. Come on over. There's some more chairs over here. And okay, I guess okay. So let's hear from what's your name and what is your country? Make sure to say it nice and loud so everyone can hear. All right, good. There's some more seats over here. Good. Okay, so just say your name and what country you're representing, nice and loud. And can you start Zet, and then we'll go Hazuki and around. No, you don't need to stand. Just say it nice and loud so everyone can hear your name and what country you represent.
I'm Zet, and I represent Nepal. I'm Happy. I live in Germany.
My name's Alex. I represent.
Okay, sorry, Alex. Can you just stop for 1 minute? So I want everyone to listen very carefully. So just stop talking around the outside and listen to the different countries. Go ahead.
I am Alex. I represent Chile. I'm from. I represent Japan. Miyagi. I'm representing China.
I'm Mary. I represent USA.
I'm Diego. I'm representing Peru.
I'm Jennifer. I represent Turkey.
I'm Eugene. I represent Venezuela.
No, mucho no me gusta.
My name is Nelson, and I represent Australia. And Ruth, I represent France.
Okay, great. Thank you, guys. So we are answering this question. The question is, how can all the countries work together to change their energy plans to stop climate change or global warming? These are like two different ways of saying like the same thing. So how can they work together to stop this problem, to find a solution? So every country needs something different. Every country needs something different. Every country has something different. But this is not a competition. We're not trying to see who will win. It's not a debate. It's more like a conversation to find a solution. But the countries will disagree because every country needs something different. And every country has something different. So they might disagree about what is a good solution. Okay? So they are the leaders of this conversation. And I want to remind them what they are being graded on. So, so what we're looking for is, we're looking to see if they provide strong evidence for their ideas. It's good to say your idea, but better to show evidence, right? If they're paraphrasing or summarizing, like saying in their own words what they hear from someone else. If they are asking for a response, like asking, what's your opinion? What do you think? Asking questions to clarify, to understand more to each other. Acknowledging or affirming other people's ideas. So, affirming other people's ideas. I just need your eyes up here, if you can look up here, so I know you're listening, okay? Thank you, guys. Okay, just waiting for a few more people just to look up here. Thank you, guys. Okay, acknowledging or affirming other people's ideas means saying, I hear you, I understand you. I agree with Australia because blah, blah, blah. Asking probing questions is like asking challenging or difficult questions, right? Providing evidence for disagreement is also, like I said, one of the most important things.
where did you get the information, right? And what are your sources and what is your reasons for disagreeing? Okay, so 9th and 10th graders, we have an assignment. What we need to do is write down the names of the people inside here on your orange paper. So on this side of the paper, where it has the ear, on this side, we're writing down the names of the people over here. So here are all the names of the people and the countries they represent. Janelle here will help us when someone is talking. We will move this to show who is talking. So because it's hard to see all of the name tags, and I know you guys don't know the names of everyone inside here. So we will write down the names, and when they are talking, we will just write down one little mark like this. If they talk again, we'll write another to keep track of how much they talk. We want everyone to talk. We also, at the end, will give them a grade. We'll give them a grade at the end. So, 11th graders, on the outside circle, you have green papers. You have a job to do also. So check your job to see what you should be doing while you're listening. So I want to see your 11th graders, I want to see your green paper in front of you, and you're doing your job. If you don't have the green paper, I can give it to you. Carla, do you have one? Okay, I can give one to you. Okay, so you are the leaders of the conversation. You have a question, or are you just stretching? Question? Okay. All right, you are the leaders of the conversation. Outside the group, we need to be very quiet. We need to be super professional. This is a serious challenge for our generation, for your generation. So let's show our respect and professional attitude today. Okay, are we ready? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
So yeah, let's start. So today we're talking about climate change and global warming, and as we know, this happens for the reason that we're increasing of the levels of the temperature on the world, and we are also adding more greenhouses to the atmosphere. And this is mainly the reason because we as countries are burning more fossil fuels every year. And yeah, because this is a conversation, and I want to hear from everyone, I will ask the question to everyone. What is your first solution of solving global warming or climate change? Because I'm speaking, I will answer first. So, my first solution to global warming will be that we should change from fossil fuels to renewable energy. Yeah, let me go out the circle.
The solution that American houses using renewable energy, since Turkey has been using solar power and hydropower a few years ago, carbon and methane that could be the solution now.
The solution my country has is use more solar energy because it's natural in the sun and doesn't create carbon. Also, it doesn't cause greenhouse gas.
So one of the solutions for my country will be solar power energy, and the second one will be wind power. Because Australia is one of the countries with the highest countries that produce a lot of carbon dioxide. So I think using solar power energy will be the best way to have this solution.
Okay, France using three solutions is the winner electricity, and the other is solar electricity and transportation.
So also for the power we want to use hydropower for the solution because of the cause by global warming because of the ice melting from the mountains. We have a flooding, so we have to use water. But since there's
Japan was use the solar energy because it will save a lot of energy.
You have seen, I agree with Japan's government using also using more solar power.
Our country's mission is to hide on exercise because we have a lot of water resources and solutions like climate change using carbon dioxide capture and storage, also using renewable continuous location, and lastly using energy efficiency and maybe carbon taxation. So I've heard most of you guys plan to use solar energy, wind energy, or other renewables. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, do you guys, what else do you need besides that? And why do you think that it's important? That
Some countries just need some support from each country.
I agree from this with Venezuela because like Nepal, like our country, has another problem with earthquake, and we need support for other because we have to focus on that problem because the problem has destroyed.
Spanish trip and also that her country, yeah, the earthquake. Yeah, she needs a lot of supplies for the country, so she needs to focus on more on that instead of. Yeah.
So, since we're talking about solar energy renewables, do you think either of the countries, like maybe China, Australia, and China and Australia, would you guys consider carbon and methane taxation? Because the per capita is actually high for these countries. Not too high. Also another way. Because your carbon emission, Australia has 16.9 2024, meanwhile Netherlands has 10.95, and China, you have 6.19, but
Yeah, you do talk
your
about
world
the
turnover.
you talk about the per capita. USA and Sweden is higher than China.
But USA is already doing it.
We're doing it too.
Will you consider that, Australia?
What do you mean, like?
So according to your carbon dioxide emission per capita is 16.83. So would you consider doing carbon taxation? Like limiting the passing a law that you're limiting the carbon dioxide emissions. Then it will decrease your world total and per capita.
Yeah, so the tons of CO2 per capita is very high, you say, right? Huh?
So, what role can, like, for example, like businesses can play on increasing climate change? Or, like, for example, what role does the government have to increase climate change in your country?
So to increase the climate and the greenhouses would be using more solar power or wind power. And another deal is because people is using a lot of producing a lot of carbon dioxide. So one idea was to make people to use less their car
and use more transportation like buses, trains. Those kind of transportation use the energy from solar power and wind power.
So you're saying that we should be aware of energy efficiency?
Since you want to use solar power and wind power, right? Do you think that your country has enough finances to?
Yes, because Australia has a wealthy economy.
Also, like Nepal, like not now, but like we used to have like solar panels and and those sources to make energy from the US are provided. So like Nepal is an undeveloped country, so other undeveloped country might can have resources from other developed
Yeah, talking about the developing countries, Turkey is one of them. Besides getting money for projects, you can invest the money for being a person.
So what is your opinion, Japan? Because as we know, Japan's economy in the world is the world's fourth largest carbon emitter based on heat.
Our country is the normal country.
I'm scared.
Use the economy to make this happen. Use the economy.
Remember to speak loud so everyone in the room can hear you.
Thank you.
How would you lessen your petroleum and other oil production? Because according to EIA.com, 44% of your energy sources come from petroleum. And also, I have learned that 43 million barrels of oil per day is being produced in Ukraine.
So right now we can use the solar energy to run the the petroleum. If we use the solar energy to say if anything like how the hydropower and
Just hear about dropping.
oh yeah, I heard Chile say use more fossil fuel. So why? If do you care about the future?
But no, fossil fuel is bad.
population of the country. In France, the population is growing a lot for the year, and in 1 year are many fossils are not. And
I heard that France is.
Yeah, they most produce material.
yeah, it's a more. And then China is growing for having dairy and what do you think about for China for this from?
I suggest
I also think like for pure capita, China's carbon emission is really low, but the problem is there's many people in China, and I know that they're trying to have like less population. So, is there like any good like solution to these size and like more? I don't hear like I'm pretty sure like you guys are trying to put less emissions. So, is there any other solution?
Okay, so China is a developing country. So the pollution, mostly the pollution comes from the factory. Because all the factories in China use a lot of coal.
Because they read on it's like your jobs mostly comes from factories, 20% comes from jobs that are based on burning fossil fuels. The question is, what can you do to like use less fossil fuels?
So I think our country. So now our country is developing the solar power. So we try to reduce using the carbon dioxide, release the carbon dioxide.
Because if we compare China to the United States, it releases more than 71% of CO2 since the 20s. Based on study an average person of an American costs less per capita comparing to an average Chinese person.
Yeah, they use a lot of
Almost like 80%. We also oil. Why do you going to replace oil with gas instead of cheap and coal?
yeah, we do use a lot of coal, but to resolve the problem of greenhouses, we're trying to change the energy that we use, which is coal, and then use more solar power, and it might be like expensive, but we do have the resource, and we have a good economy, which makes
So,
basically, the idea of generally ethical ways
that's 2.4%. But I think we should concentrate on the technical countries because, as you know, big developed countries are the ones that are most producing CO2 in the world. Yeah, so, and they're making the undeveloped country pay instead of what they should pay. And what I read, it says that they're making they're like building for other countries so they don't pay more tax to like the government on releasing more CO2.
Since we have started this conversation, we have only 15 minutes that we should be going out. Most of the countries are now speaking about using other solutions, like
That's what Cheryl said about doing the energy efficiency, about making more electrical buses instead of the ones that are burning coal. Yeah, I agree with that.
Can we, I'm sorry to interrupt, can we hear from the outside circle a little bit from some of the reporters and people who are writing out information on the outside? Gonzalo, can you tell us a little bit, what do you hear that's happening in the inside circle? What are you noticing?
As usual, I just hear Diego and Maria leading the conversation, and I don't see a conclusion in this conversation. I think we have to hear more about Brazil, Germany, and other countries that are around, not just Peru and USA. So that's what I think.
Okay, can we hear from Ali? Ali, what are you hearing in the inside here?
I heard the Netherlands that they want to use solar energy, Australia said they should use solar power and wind power. I heard that because they have affected
Let's hear about the process of the conversation. Beza, can you tell us a little bit about, what do you think, how is the process going? What is So the good and bad thing about like how they are doing the conversation, how they're doing it.
Okay, all group talk, like all of conversations, everybody talks like one time, but like most basic countries talk mostly, that I want to hear about like Chile, I want to hear about like France mostly, maybe like Justin, you know. So some people should talk more and need to show up.
Okay, all right, let's go back to the group. We have about 10 more minutes, and then we are going to write some notes, and then that's the end. So we have 10 more minutes to continue. Okay, let's go.
Can you speak loudly?
but also along with other
Let's talk about Brazil, that is located in South America. I know that it's really hot in Brazil. It's not very unlikely.
consider using solar panels or hydroelectric. I know that all of the countries they use hydroelectric, like Australia. Who wants to
who doesn't have like the resource to like those countries are developing economy, like Peru, Nepal, like they would need help from other countries, like rich countries.
What did you?
Like those countries, Nepal and developing economy, from where they the solution for all the countries will be renewable resources, right?
Also, energy efficiency and carbon. The most countries that have been affected are the undeveloped countries. Well, the developed countries that have a lot of economy have minor impact. So we need to come to a conclusion.
I think since like we don't have to bring up like another like solution, I think it's like we should use like renewable energy and support each other in other countries.
Yeah, so those countries that want to use renewable energy can raise it.
Friends, do you disagree with us? Who also wants to consider carbon and methane taxation?
Carbon and sorry.
Carbon and methane It's when you limit your people to produce like they should produce this amount of carbon dioxide and then like go above that and would you consider that?
Yeah.
Okay. We should go outside. Yes. And lastly, who agrees CCS or carbon capture and storage?
If it has like another machine.
You don't have to be mad.
Oh. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
The boss can call you.
Then conclusion, I want to use renewable energy and carbon storage and carbon and methane taxation. That are solutions that you guys agree with.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
No other opinions or no other suggestions?
No more.
Maybe like efficiency.
Energy efficiency, yes. Sorry, I forgot that. Energy efficiency.
Especially like developed country. I feel like probably doesn't want to like, maybe use too much energy. And saving energy actually saves it. I think that would be the most easy way for
I agree with you, and also that they should add that to like undeveloped countries that doesn't have that implement their own